baby bulls are squirming their way to Gainerville, leaving the baby bears bent over and squealing like a random 15 to 45-year-old white male with a cartoon picture on Twitter that only leaves negative replies to successful people's tweets because they are lacking substantially in their own life. But will Bitcoin be able to do this one massive thing and finally confirm the ultimate Mega Bull Blast-Off Pumpathon explosion to these price targets? Only one thing is for sure. Somebody is about to bust. I'm your host, Buster Bust, and many signs right now are pointing to Bitcoin getting ready for its biggest explosion since 2020. But the big question now is, as always, how big? Absolutely time-sensitive alerts as well. If you guys are interested in any deals, bonuses, getting altcoins trading, securing your crypto, make sure to check out all of the links below. And as well, my only Twitter and my only Instagram are linked in the description below. Every other account of me is fake, so do not respond. It is a scammer. And without any further ado, let's delve on it. Unbelievably big as Bitcoin currently continues, and we've been tracking this weekly MACD for so long, guys. A bullish cross on this daily MACD seems inevitable, just like we saw at the very beginning of August 2021. And if you recall, what happened at the beginning of August 2021 was Bitcoin going from about 29K all the way up to 69,000 dollars per Bitcoin. Now, with that as well on this weekly, we actually right now are battling with a potential bearish cross with the 21 going below the 50 DMA, which is not technically a death cross, but is a bearish cross. However, the battle rages on, absolutely 100% bar none, hands down here. And again, this MACD is something we've been watching for so long. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys are probably watching the monthly, which looks absolutely very not good. However, regardless of even if this does turn into a longer-term downtrend, I absolutely believe that a relief rally for a couple of months is going to happen regardless. So even if, you look at that monthly MACD and think, wow, we're about to get absolutely dumped on, potentially there could be another big retracement. But first, what I think is infinitely more likely will be a massive run-up with Bitcoin and altcoins, bar none, hands down. But before we continue with Bitcoin charts here, let's take a look at a few things happening in the space. So Bitcoin hovers around 43,000 on Wall Street open amid growing fever over Terra's $3 billion Bitcoin buy-in. A major Bitcoin acquisition for Terra's new US dollar stablecoin is getting commentators excited about this market. And yeah, basically they revealed that he planned to back his new Terra UST stablecoin with Bitcoin in addition to Terra's Luna token. And this is very big. Out of that $3 billion, most of it we haven't bought yet. And there are a lot of projections about this, but basically, to sum it up, just continued interest in the space. And in addition to that, Prince Philip of Serbia saying Bitcoin is freedom. We need to take the money away from the state. If you go back a year or two ago, no heads of state were saying anything about Bitcoin. El Salvador was the first domino to fall in legalizing it and becoming a an official currency. But we're seeing more and more people stand up, state officials like very influential figures politically and in government. Also agree with Bitcoin, which, a decade ago seems like that would never have happened. But yeah, Prince Philip of Serbia and Yugoslavia says Bitcoin is freedom, noting we need to take the money away from the state. We need to have hard money again. We need to have quality money that is not subject to inflation here. Okay, this is very big. Bitcoin is freedom. It's something I want for everyone. Describing it here, this is something everyone has to learn, and they will learn slowly. Some people will not want to learn it because they're not used to it. They want to protect the system that they do well in. And that is, I think, why most people have been ignoring Bitcoin for the past decade. And also the same reason that those same people have been losing value and losing purchasing power and not making the crazy, absolutely ginormous gains that the Bitcoin Moon Boys have been making. If you've been in Bitcoin for multiple cycles or even just a couple of years, or if you've delved into altcoins and, traded into Bitcoin during those big pullbacks as Bitcoin holds a lot better usually during the crashes than altcoins do. But yeah, good quality money that's not subject to inflation. It's never going to be an inflationary asset, and this helps to protect the people because of 21 million of the 21 million Bitcoin cap that will not even be produced until over 100 years from now, or will not be fully mined until over 100 years from now. And as well, before we get into the price, apparently crypto tattoos are going to the moon, and Bitcoin and Doge Inc. surges doubled last year. So apparently a lot of people are getting them, and Bitcoin, the B logo and stuff. I have over 30 tattoos, and I don't have a single crypto tattoo. But just very big. It is obviously becoming more and more popular here, and it's free marketing also for life. Unless you get your tattoo removed, which It's very actually easy to get a tattoo removed also. So, but yeah, jumping into Bitcoin's price here, guys, this is very exciting to me. So I tweeted earlier today, and I might as well actually pull up my real Twitter account so you guys can see, again, just confirming my real Twitter is the one in the description. It's 76.5K followers. I don't know of any of the fake accounts that have more than that, but they probably will. They can easily buy more than that. They just won't have engagement, but they'll, on a quick glance, they'll look real. But anyway, Bitcoin's been going sideways for a year, and most people in crypto a year ago are just not here anymore. The engagement is very low. Absolutely. I check my analytics every day, even if I'm not posting videos every day, and I can see, and a lot of people, everybody else making content or engaging in the space will tell you the same thing. The engagement is low. People are not as tuned into the space. And, you could spend years looking at these charts, and you could miss everything if you just tune out for like 1 to 2 weeks, because the biggest moves for Bitcoin happen in very, very small amounts of time. Okay, if you look at any chart, that'll show you as well. For example, if you just want to look like right here, just over a couple of weeks, Bitcoin like tripled in value, and then it didn't do anything for most of the time. Historically, Bitcoin, its biggest moves happen in very small, I would say like 5% of its price action, and the other 95% of Bitcoin's price action is either kind of just dumpiness or sideways. So the biggest move to the upside happens very quick, and if you're tuning in year after year, but then you take those couple of weeks off, that could be very costly, and you might regret that, right? I know that I would if I was putting so much time into something, and then I decided, I just cannot bother to look at these charts, I need a month off, and then that's the month that everything goes up. I feel like a lot of you would agree that would probably happen. There's the meme where like if you buy in, then that's when the price dumps, and if you sell, that's when it pumps. You just don't want to miss the reversal here, and it's very overdue for a pump. It's extremely overdue. It's a very important time to be watching Bitcoin, and just looking at this chart here, this is a macro setup that enables, as I said in the last video, this is a setup that would allow us, I believe, to have a very big move to the upside. A very, very big, quick move. Probably not super sustainable if we have that massive move, meaning we'll probably get some sort of dump if we would break 100K, but depending on the actual fundamentals at the time and the macroeconomic environment as well. But yeah, this has the potential to get very, very big, very, very fast. And whereas a lot of people were expecting just a couple of weeks ago, we're about to dump massively, we have not done that, and we haven't even set a lower low. This structure still, at this point, it is the bulls' game to win, because the bears have to really do something to change these macro charts, and they have not been able to do it. They have not been able to push Bitcoin to a lower low. They have not been able to substantially breach the mid 30Ks. Every time we go down to 34, 35, 36, Bitcoin is bounced. And it has not been able to go below 30K again, like it did in the summer. And all that's doing is building support for Bitcoin. And that's very important. For a run up to 6 digits, it's very important that we do have a very solid support below 6 digits, so that if we do get an inevitable retracement after a big blast off, as always, we need some very strong support. And that's exactly what we've been doing for like the last 15 months, is building a very strong support range. Also, obviously, resistance. It's been not really that fun, but this is the type of structure that in the future is what we want to have behind us, so that, for those pullbacks, again, give us a very strong foundation for Bitcoin to then ultimately find support. It's a game of ups and downs. It's never just up or just down, but it has been extremely down for a long time, which makes a lot of people believe, yes, it makes sense that we need a move to the upside. We need some relief, even if it is only for a few months, before maybe we breach six digits and then come back to 70, 60, or like 50K or something like that. That's absolutely fine as well. But the point is, a relief rally, I think, is very long overdue here. And also, we cannot ignore the fact that the SPX is breaching now above all of its daily moving averages, which is just so needed, very needed, because the SPX has been getting slapped on way too much. And this has a decent amount of relief, then it absolutely will help Bitcoin in the short term. Long term, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully in the future it will decouple, but for right now, it's very important that the SPX recovers also. If you're new to the channel, these electric tournaments, these absolute time-sensitive alerts. If you're interested in any deals, trading, getting altcoins, securing your crypto, make sure to check out all the links and bonuses in the description below. And I have one Twitter and one Instagram, and that's it. Just the ones in my description. I don't have a backup account. I do not have any backup accounts. It's free.